Hello, and thank you for showing interest in Planning Application 2025-01045, which proposes an amendment to the land use bylaw and to enter into a development agreement. The subject property is located between civic addresses 1313 Sackville Drive and 1237 Sackville Drive, and has a parcel identification number, or PID, of 404-23899. My name is Paul Leithwood, and I'm a planner with the Halifax Regional Municipalities Planning and Development Department. I've been assigned to manage this application through the planning process. This presentation will provide information on the proposed rezoning and development agreement. This application is currently in the public consultation stage, and we are requesting your feedback on the proposal. Before we begin, I would like to acknowledge that we are in Mi'kma'ki, the ancestral and traditional lands of the Mi'kmaq people. HRM acknowledges the peace and friendship treaties signed in this territory and recognizes that we are all treaty people. We would also like to affirm that we are in the decade for people of African descent. African Nova Scotians are a distinct founding people in our community who have been a key part of Nova Scotian culture and history. We acknowledge that African teachings, strength, and perseverance continue to challenge and inspire our community. The purpose of this public consultation is information sharing, for staff to share information on the proposal and process. More importantly, this is an opportunity for the public to share their concerns, comments, and feedback on the proposal. Please note that the feedback provided will inform the process and will form part of the public record. A summary of the response received will be included in the staff report to Northwest Community Council prior to their decision on the proposal. No decisions on the application will be made at this stage. What is my role in all of this? I'm the planner assigned to the case, meaning I manage the application through the planning process and its various stages, such as this one, the public consultation stage. I am also the main point of contact for the applicant and general public regarding the application. Lastly, I draft reports, negotiate with the applicant, and make a recommendation to Northwest Community Council for the consideration on whether to approve or refuse the application. The applicant is the Affordable Housing Association of Nova Scotia. The property in question is located on Sackville Drive on PID 404-23899, which is located between 1313 and 1237 Sackville Drive. The proposal is to rezone the property within the land use bylaw from planned unit development, or PUD, and enter a development agreement for a 6-story mixed-use building with 81 residential units, 40% of which available at below market rates, and 45 square meters of commercial space at grade. Other important aspects of the proposal not covered on the previous slide include access being proposed to and from Sackville Drive, 1,030 square meters of amenity space, 490 square meters of outdoor amenity space, 68 below grade and 28 surface parking spaces, with 33 sheltered and 8 unsheltered bicycle parking spaces. The image on the left is the proposal location of the building on the property and is provided for reference only. The image shown on the left provides greater context and scale the parcel has in relation to the land use of the surrounding properties. On the right is a closer look at the site. With the property boundary outlined in red, the subject site is surrounded by a mix of residential subdivisions and developments, parks, and Sackville Heights Elementary School. Parts of the property contain wetland and watercourse systems and an unmaintained trail connecting Sackville Drive and Millwood Drive. The site is approximately 45,000 square meters, or 11 acres, with approximately 275 meters of road frontage along Sackville Drive. This established residential neighborhood is predominantly made up of single-unit, 1- and 2-story homes. Additionally, a 4-story multi-unit building, similar in design to what is being proposed, is located on Malham Drive. There are several schools near the site, and they include Sackville Heights Elementary School, Millwood High School, and Millwood Elementary School. When a planning application is made, it is often enabled by planning policies, meaning it was envisioned that development would happen here, and rules and guidelines were written to help shape what that development would look like. Planning in HRM consists of 3 levels of documents. It starts with the regional plan, which is very high level, and it defines where population growth should occur and where investments of services like transit, piped water, and sewer should occur. The second level of planning policies is the community plan. This plan is focused on specific geographic area and gets more detailed on what type of development should happen where. Often planning applications which require approval by council are enabled in this plan. For this application, the applicable community plan is the Sackville Plan Area Municipal Planning Strategy. The third layer and most detailed planning document we have is the Land Use Bylaw. This outlines specific zoning and regulations that don't require special approval by council. If you meet the requirements of the Land Use Bylaw, a permit can be applied for and approved by our development officers. A brief review of the applicable policies and bylaws indicates that this development falls under the jurisdiction of the Sackville Plan Area Municipal Planning Strategy and corresponding Land Use Bylaw. The site is fully serviced by municipal water and sewer and is currently zoned PUD, or Planned Unit Development. The property is designated as urban residential, and the property is currently vacant and undeveloped. The enabling policies relevant to this development are UR-8, UR-12, UR-20, and IM-13, as outlined in the Sackville Plan Area Municipal Planning Strategy. The proposal for a rezoning and development agreement can be considered under the Sackville Plan Area Municipal Planning Strategy. Applicable policies shown here are UR-8 and UR-12. These policies allow for the rezoning of the property and the development of multiple unit dwellings with 6 units or more, as long as the development is compatible with nearby low-density housing. It also does not replace existing single and 2-unit dwellings. It also ensures there is safe access to roads. Policy UR-12 specifically provides the ability of Council to remove an existing but no longer applicable zoning designation known as planned unit development. It also allows for the rezoning to an appropriate current designation. Policies UR-20 and IM-13 ensure important aspects of the development are considered. UR-20 ensures commercial aspects of the residential development consider site location and connectivity to Highway 1, as well as adequate screening and buffering from the surrounding neighborhood. Policy IM-13 speaks to the implementation of the development, ensuring conformity to higher level plans and ensuring the development is not premature, meaning services like sewers, water mains, and roads are suitable. Additionally, it considers parts of the proposal as they relate to the steepness of grades, locations of watercourses, and risk to flooding. This chart outlines the different stages an application goes through in the planning process. We are currently in the public consultation stage. Staff will write a report and draft planning documents, including a recommendation to Northwest Community Council for their consideration. Community Council will then make a decision on whether to approve or refuse the application during a public hearing, at which members of the public can voice their feedback directly to Council before their decision is made. The decision of Council following the public hearing is appealable, and there is a 14-day appeal period. Thank you very much for listening and showing interest in this proposal. For opportunities to learn more and provide your feedback, we ask that you Visit the application webpage highlighted in yellow to view the submitted materials, which go into further detail on the proposed development, and email or call me at the contact information listed on the slide. Thank you.